Hello everyone, welcome. This is your fifth chapter, Windows Forms. So in this chapter we will see text boxes, rich text boxes, labels and link labels. See, first of all, text boxes. See, these text boxes, they are box-like controls in you which you can enter text. Text boxes can be multi-line, can have scroll bars or be read-only and have many attributes. The text box class is derived from the text box base class, which is based on control. See, text box is derived from text box base class, which is under control class, and control is under component class, and which is under Marshall by ref object class, and all these classes under object class. So Windows Forms text boxes are used to get input from the user or to display text. The text box control is generally used for editable text, so it can also be made read only. Text boxes can display multiple lines, wrap text to the size of the control and add basic formatting such as quotation marks and masking characters for passwords. Okay, so these are all the properties. So you can make the text boxes multi-line, or you can add scroll bars, or you can make text boxes read only. That means you can't edit text. So here the text displayed by the control is contained in a text property. By default, you can enter up to 2048 characters in a text box. If you set the multi-line property to true, to make the control accept multiple lines of text, you can enter up to 32 KB of text. The text property can be set at design time with the properties window at runtime in code or by user input at runtime. So the text property you can set at design time or runtime in code or by user input at runtime. See here in code you can change it like this. See, the private sub button one's click event. So when you click button 1, see, text box 1.text equal to hello from Visual Basic. This is how to set the text of a text box. So you can set or read text from text boxes at runtime, and the user can enter or edit text in text boxes. So you can limit the amount of text entered into a text box control by setting the max length property to a specific number of characters. And the text box controls also can be used to accept passwords if you use the password care property to mask characters. Okay. So next one is labels. Next, the label is a control. You use labels for label other parts of your application. That means labeling means it's just a naming. So labels usually are used to display text that cannot be edited by the user. So your code can change the text displayed by a label. So you can change the text displayed by a label by in code. See, the label is under control class, and which is under component class, and component is under Marshall by ref object class, and which is under object class. The caption for a label is stored in a text property. So even label is also having a text property. Because you can change the caption in code, labels can act a little like a non-editable text boxes, displaying text and messages to the user. The text align property allows you to set the alignment of text within the label. See, label is a read only. Okay, so you can't change the text at runtime, and the label has the text align property for the alignment of text within the label. Creating multi-line word wrap text boxes. So to allow the user to enter more text, you can do that by setting the text boxes multi-line property to true, converting a text box into multi-line text box complete with the word wrap. So now your user can type in line after line of text. Okay, so that is multi-line. So now accessing text in a text box, so you can use the text property like this. See the button 1's click event. When you click button 1, textbox 1 dot text equal to hello from Visual Basic. When a user clicks the command button button 1, the text hello from Visual Basic appears in the text box, and you can recover text from a text box in the same way. So button 1's click event, dim str text as a string, and see the str text, we have declared a variable str text as a string, and str text equal to textbox 1 dot text. So here you have declared a text string str text, and you are initializing that str text with the text of textbox 1 dot text. Okay, so now your str text contains hello from Visual Basic. Adding scroll bars to text boxes. If your programs users are going to be entering a lot of text into text boxes, you can avoid the need of huge text boxes by adding scroll bars. Okay, so no need to use a huge, that is bigger text box. You can, instead of using bigger text boxes, you can add scroll bars. Using the scroll bars property, there are 4 ways to add scroll bars to a text box. Here are the settings you can use for scroll bars and type of scroll bars. Each setting displays is none, horizontal, vertical, both. Both means both horizontal and vertical scroll bars will be appeared. Both, that in order for the scroll bars to actually appear, the text box's multi-line property must be true. Okay, so for using scroll bars, actually the multi-line property must be set to true. Aligning text in text boxes. Text boxes have an text align property, so you set it to center, or there are 3 possibilities. Text align possibilities are left justified, right justified, and centered. And making a text box read only, using the read only property. Now you use the read only property to make a text box read only. Setting this property to true, it makes that user cannot enter text into the text box, or you can change the text in code, but at runtime you can't edit the text of the text box if you set it to read only, if you set the read only property to true. So next, disabling a text box. You can also disable a text box by setting its enabled property to false. However, although this means the user can't enter text into the text box, it also means the text in the box appears grayed. Disabling is better done to indicate that the control is inaccessible. Okay, so if you disable the text box, and it will turn to gray color and inaccessible. So next one is using labels instead of text boxes. Another alternative to using read-only text boxes is to display read-only text in label controls. You can change the text in a label control from code using the labels text property. See, if you use labels instead of text boxes, that label is also read-only. You can't change the text of label at runtime. So now, selecting and replacing text in a text box. To work with the part of text in the text box, you select the text you want using 3 properties: selection length, selection start, selected text. See, the selection length, it returns or sets the number of characters selected. Selection start returns or selection length returns or sets the number of characters selected. Selection start returns or sets the starting point of text selected, indicates the position of the insertion point if no text is selected. Okay. selected text returns or sets the string containing the currently selected text. Consists of 0 length string if no characters are selected. For example, here select all text in a text box and replace it with the hello from Visual Basic. See, this here is one example, and len function to get the length of the text currently in the text box. The len function is used to get the length of the text which is currently there in text box. See the code for changing the text of a text box. Button 1's click event, when you click button 1, it should happen that text box 1 dot selection start equal to 0, text box 1 dot selection length equal to len text box 1 dot text box 1 dot selected text equal to hello from Visual Basic. So text box 1 dot selection start equal to 0. That means the selected part, the selected text of text box 1 is 0. It returns the set of number of characters selected. Okay, and selection length, it is the length of text box 1 dot text. So the text of the text box 1, the length of the text which is there in text box 1, and selected text equal to hello from Visual Basic. So the text hello from Visual Basic will be replaced to text box. The text of text box 1 is replaced by hello from Visual Basic. When you click button 1, the text will be changed to hello from Visual Basic. The text of text box 1 will be changed to hello from Visual Basic. So now creating a password control. So you can add a little security with the password controls. Visual Basic can help to convert a standard text box into a password box. You just assign some character, usually asterisk, to the text box's password care properties. Just set this asterisk to the password care property, and after that when you run the program, and program can read the text in the text box, but only the password care will appear on the screen each time the user types a character. So whatever you enter in this text box where the password care is set to asterisk, so whatever you type, it will appear, the asterisk will appear. Okay, it will display the asterisk character. So now the creating a text box in code. Okay, so creating a text box in code, there is one example. So button 1 clicks event. So when you click button 1, dim text box 1 as a new text box. You are declaring a text box 1 as a new text box. So text box 1 dot size equal to new size 150/20. Text box 1 dot location equal to new point 80/20. Text box 1 dot text equal to hello from Visual Basic. Me dot controls dot add text box 1. Okay. So text box, first of all you should declare a text box, that is we have declared it. The name is text box 1 and giving the size with the new size, and the location with the point, new point, and with the text is hello from Visual Basic, and you should use the me dot controls dot add method, add text box 1. Okay, this is how to create a text box in code. At a design time you can just drag it from the toolbox, but at in code you can write this much code to create a text box.